Kelly Ripa's bright morning smile is a daily fixture for millions of viewers. For over 2 decades, audiences have tuned in for reasons beyond mere celebrity status. More so than for her cooking segments or celebrity gossip, she was cherished for her warmth, wit, and the comforting sense of normalcy she brought into people's homes. Her presence became an integral part of our generation's daily life, a familiar voice to accompany morning coffee, steadying but never intrusive. However, even the most determined smiles are not invincible. When she spoke of Mark's struggle, the nation saw a woman carrying a burden invisible to the world. Kelly's humorous banter, infectious laughter, and lighthearted teasing were the qualities that endeared her to everyone. Yet a haunting silence fell during one of the broadcasts. Those of us who have lived long enough know the weight of such pauses. They are not for sale. They carry immense gravity. Though she eventually spoke, her voice was frail and trembled with emotion. She was no longer just Kelly, the TV personality. In that moment, she was a wife, a partner, and a woman terrified of losing her closest companion. There are only 3 letters, ICU. But the weight of the entire world rests on the shoulders of every person who has walked those corridors. Machines hum on a constant loop. Time stretches on painfully. When it comes to love, a great deal of waiting is involved. Kelly painted a picture of Mark in that place, a portrait that shifted from one day to the next. She shared how she would hold his hand and listen to the rhythm of his breathing, sometimes speaking and other times just being present with him. To her, every sound felt like a prayer, either one that was answered or one still being offered. During one long night, Kelly admitted she feared Mark would not survive. As she watched the monitor and waited for the doctors to speak, she braced herself for the unimaginable during a few terrifying moments. She recalled the times she had gently expressed her love for him and assured him that he didn't have to fight so hard if he was weary. Many of you have reached that point where loving someone is less a promise to keep them here and more a permission to let them go. This was the moment she had arrived at. As she was on the verge of losing him, Kelly felt Mark's fingers tighten around hers. His grasp was weak and trembling, but it had a clear intent. Though it was a small gesture, it was enough. The message that he would not surrender was perfectly clear. It was sufficient for her to know he was still present and fighting with her. She would depend on that moment, which became her anchor whenever she faced hardships in the future. When it comes to recovery, there is no straight path. Along the journey, there were setbacks, infections, sleepless nights, and therapies that showed promise one day but failed to produce results the next. On the other hand, there were also small triumphs, such as an improvement in his breathing, a more stable heart rate, and a mischievous giggle that managed to escape despite the tubes and the pain.